beautiful humans. Ruby B here. This reading will be for the month of May for the collective. When we look at what's going to be occurring astrologically for May, we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May 5th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world. And we also have Jupiter entering Taurus on May 16th. The energies that I'm feeling coming in with, combined with these astrological events, are a really intense death and rebirth process, particularly regarding your spiritual path. Really, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio will feel like an intense piercing right here that's really going to flip things upside down in a good way, so that they can be released and cleared, things that are no longer serving us, particularly regarding our patterns, our behaviors, our traditions, or ways of doing things that don't make sense anymore, or that aren't necessary for continuing on our ascension journey. Additionally, how I see this is the death of the patriarchal system and the opportunity for the new foundation based in more of divine feminine energy really being expanded and built upon. So the negative traits of the masculine energy balancing out, and the positive traits of the feminine surging. That's really how I'm seeing that. Also, what I'm feeling coming in is an expansion of two-dimensional energy, because as Jupiter moves into Taurus, which you can already feel, right? As that's happening, all this Venus energy is being expanded because of Venus rules Taurus. And really what that means is an expansion of love and beauty, and because Jupiter is there, it has to do with abundance and good luck as well. Also, how I see this is since these unhealthy patriarchal systems have already started crumbling and Jupiter's coming in, that's going to expand. That's going to be happening faster. And so really during this very intense time of change, of things ending and new things beginning in this transition period, it's really important to remember to be flexible and to accept and release. And your ability to do this will you'll become more efficient in doing that, in kind of going with the changes in a more like graceful and harmonious way, and accepting the new and accepting the release. So that process will become more streamlined, really. I hope that you all enjoyed the codes and energies pouring in from the Grand Central Sun last week. That was really amazing, because what that was doing was increasing our connection, or expanding our connection to our higher self as we embody our higher self more in this dimensional plane. So that was really beautiful. But you may have had a lot of like fatigue or other ascension symptoms recently, or even exhaustion possibly. But hopefully you were able to rest and calibrate those upgrades and integrate them into your being. So let's see what the cards have to say for the collective for May. Let me just clear the space first. So I have some moonstone here to support us in this reading. And the full moon on the 5th will be the flower full moon. So two-dimensional energy is really plants, animals, and rocks. And so I really see this influx of not only our connection with these things, but the way that we interact with these things in our environment, and their capacity to, like, they're all getting upgraded as well, and how we interact with that is being upgraded too, with that two-dimensional energy. And it's really just a beautiful expansion of this beauty and abundance. But how I also see Jupiter coming in is the things that you've been working on and putting your time and effort into. These things will be returning to us with abundance now. So let's see what the cards have to say. Let's start with energy. Yeah, so 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, and Magician and the Mirror. So what have you been manifesting is what will be returned to you. Has it been in alignment with your connection to Source? These are the things that will be returned the greatest, is what I'm seeing here, just from splitting the deck initially. So in other words, what your intention has been on manifesting is what will be returned. Yeah, victory in this regard. Victory and success in this regard. All right, Spirit. For the collective for May. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, so releasing attachments. Okay, also being able to see things more clearly, masks coming off. That could even just be as simple as uncovering new layers within yourself, or shedding the old layers, that are the layers that weren't really you. Also, how I'm seeing this is, okay, so we have blossoming abundance here, obviously, at the bottom, which is exactly what I was talking about in the intro. But how I'm seeing this is, if there is an unhealthy attachment to what you've been manifesting, then there's going to be some issues with what is coming back to you, right? With what vibration you're putting out. So if it depends on your intentions, what your intention has been regarding the abundance that you've been manifesting, it's coming back either way, but your intention has a big how can I say this? Has a big factor in what will be returned to you. Okay, so if your intentions have been not based in attachment and from a pure place, then that's what will be blossoming back to you. Okay. All right, Spirit. For the collective. Yeah, see your seeds grow. The ones that you have been planting since the beginning of the year. So how I'm seeing this rabbit is the energy moving quickly in regard to the things that, the seeds that you have planted. But also I'm seeing this is the year of the water rabbit. And also this can be a sign of good luck as well, which is Jupiter energy as well. So really the start of Aries season is when this really occurred, these planting of the seeds. So whatever you were initiating at that time is what you're going to start to see being returned to you in physicality. And yeah, shaman, trust in higher forces. So you see the owl there too. So you will start to see the seeds that you have been planting and working on starting to grow. So it's the intention behind those seeds that's very important. Yeah, see beyond the current situation. So there's definitely something to do with sight so far. So let's keep exploring that. Yeah, so High Priest, this is like Hierophant energy, which is Taurus energy. Intend and create. Yeah, so whatever your intentions have been in regard to your creation is what will be returned to you, this beautiful abundance. So here we have Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. This is Venus energy. Okay. So this can be in regard to your spiritual path, or just in regard to finances in general. But really, it's this blossoming of this beauty and abundance, this expansion of this type of energy. So if also how I see these together with this is that a lot of you have been manifesting from a place of a place of love instead of attachment, because here I see the high priest holding up his hand to the attachment card, indicating no. So not manifesting from a place of this and manifesting from a place of here is really important, because this is what's highlighted. This is what will be returned. Some of you may be seeing certain manifestations that were started in, or like rooted in attachment, and how that looks coming back to you, and clarifying, no, I don't want this, and manifesting from a more pure space. I do see that represented here. There's also something with this waiting for important information, oracle. So there's some type of decision or information that you're waiting on before you feel like you can proceed. This may have to do with like waiting on news from other people, or waiting on a decision from another person, or waiting for more information from another person before you can make a decision. Spirit's saying, while you're kind of in that scenario, to remember, love, you are love, and you are loved, and to kind of find the beauty in those moments of uncertainty. I'm really seeing this as moving beyond manifesting in attachments, and that says a lot about what's going on in the collective right now and the massive changes that are occurring, and it's definitely reassuring to see that reflected here. It's a really beautiful energy, not focusing on the codependencies or attachments, but really basing your decisions and your path from a centered place, a loving place. Also, how I see this is Spirit kind of infusing that Venus energy into the 2D. Okay, I do see that here reflected here as well. And from what it looks like, you can feel it coming. And you can feel this energy coming in already, is what this is showing me. And it's kind of like you're waiting for it. You can feel something's coming in. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. So 6th chakra, the energy of the third eye, and then expression. The frequency of expression supports our ability to bring out our true essence through many different forms of communication. So definitely new ways of communicating, more from the third eye chakra. So telepathy, communicating with plants and animals in a telepathic way. That ability is going to be increased. Okay, so when I was cutting the deck, intimacy and romantic love. So the increased telepathy skills will just bring another layer to your intimacy, your level of intimacy in your relationships, whether that's romantic or not. It definitely, there are some of you that it definitely does apply to your romantic connections, but it doesn't have to. It's just our communication in general in that way. Also, how I'm seeing this is on your spiritual path, a lot of you have started to be able to discern patterns or behaviors that are rooted in codependency and attachment, and have started to not reject them, that's not the right word, have really been able to discern choices that or to use your discernment and make choices that do not allow these to continue on, since this is leaning in the past. Also, what I'm seeing here is you have kind of this higher perspective looking in the past in regard to the manifestations that you did have in the past that were based in attachment and how that came back to you, or the like codependent behaviors or patterns that you had in the past. You have like this higher sight now looking back, and you're not going to, like, it's a conscious choice to completely flip that and not continue that going forward, and you feel very comforted by that, and it just brought this like new level of love out in you. It was a very transformative process and is actually bringing a lot of abundance into your life, because you have the capability and the discernment to see those choices and the strength to make to actually make those decisions for yourself. Yeah, duality, balancing the poles, yin yang. So how I see this is harmony too, and harmonizing those two. So one of the messages that I'm getting with this card coming out is not beating yourself up for decisions that you made based in like unhealthy patterns or attachments in the past, because this like new level of awareness based in love and beauty and abundance is coming out in your life. So really giving yourself some grace for things that you've been through in the past, and harmonizing these two aspects of your path to coalesce as one, and balancing this duality. It's necessary for part of your journey, right? So Spirit wants to, this is kind of like a nod from Spirit saying that they have noticed this in your on your journey and in your actions. So the frequency of duality supports our ability to gracefully flow with the everlasting movement among all opposites. Yeah, so really I see this as like staying centered, especially with the fast moving energy that's occurring in May. Really remaining centered and making these choices or decisions about the next steps on your journey from this place of abundance and love, and with the intent that you already have everything that you need. And this is really going to create a lot of harmony in your life. But it's also important to maintain this, because there is going to be some important decisions that have to be made in May. And so, yeah, here we have authenticity. So really, this is a big message coming through for me. Making decisions based in authenticity from a place of centeredness and abundance and love. That's huge for May, because it's going to greatly be magnified because of Jupiter, right? It's going to be magnified. So authenticity, the energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others as well as with ourselves. So how I'm seeing this also is that there is some important information coming down the pipeline from your higher self to you, and it's kind of like you can feel it entering your life. And this does have to do with your expansion of your authenticity as well, and also being able to discern authenticity in other things also, and being able to balance and harmonize these aspects in your life. But this is the overall energy here of these decks is definitely reaffirming that the manifestations based in authenticity is what is going to be just literally just raining down back to you. keep going. Yeah, so porcupine spirit, time for a beginner mind, and skunk spirit, know your worth. All right, so I am getting a little bit of the necessity for self-forgiveness vibes coming through here. So this does have to do with self-worth, not only abundance in physicality, such as finances or stability, but also in regard to our own self-worth. And this does tie in a little bit about what I was talking about. There's this thread to the past here about looking back about decisions made in unhealthy behaviors or codependent behaviors, etc., or attachments, and not making a conscious choice to not pursue that going forward will increase your sense of self-worth, and because it's very empowering as well. But also remember that we are constantly because this death and rebirth energy is so potent, especially for the beginning of May with this eclipse full moon, we are constantly dying and being reborn with the new information that we receive. It's just a conscious choice to do so. And so really breaking out of your own ideas of yourself really is how I see this too. It's a very empowering energy coming through with these two. And yeah, it's breaking out of your own ideas of yourself, and also letting your defenses down a little bit too. Let's keep going. All right, for the collective spirit for May. Oh, we got a couple here. Yeah, so cow spirit, the miracles are endless, exactly. This definitely is Jupiter and Taurus energy, all right, plants, animals, and expansion, abundance, right, miracles. So spending a lot of time in nature. I feel like the energy that you will be experiencing when you get out in nature, once that shift happens, it's already started, but there will be kind of a point where it gets really intense. It's just gonna feel different being outside. It's like your own spatial awareness of yourself in your environment is going to be changing. That's the sense I'm getting. It's like how you perceive yourself or how you see yourself interacting with your environment, particularly in nature, will be shifting in a positive way, in a really beautiful, expansive type of way. I can't emphasize that enough. That's a big message also coming through from May. Let's see. Yeah, so sandpiper spirit, be playful. So there is some really heavy, quick moving energies coming for me. So remember that to enjoy the process, right? There's nothing like what we are going through on this ascension journey with everything that's happening. So remember to be present. Remember to be present even with this fast moving energy, right? Slow down, recenter, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. I know that's a very common message, but this is a huge theme in the upcoming energy from Spirit. Both birds here. So there's one, the hummingbird obviously, but then the sandpiper is the bird that's on the earth. So remembering to ground, but also birds may be messages for you. I also see this next to the duality card as what I was kind of discussing in the beginning. I'm seeing like the higher chakras, like almost like the soul star, and then the earth star chakras, and those just kind of coalescing with this duality, and so being pulled in those directions, and it's almost like everything getting flipped on its head. And so remembering to enjoy this process and really examine what's going on What is that causing you to feel? What are you experiencing? What are you going through? What is changing? What is shifting within yourself? And just really allowing things to come and flow through you and be released. It's a very empowering place to be, actually, is what this is saying. And it is possible to have fun during that process, even though it can seem eclipse season can be pretty tumultuous sometimes. But this is also what this is saying, is this is where the miracles are, and this is where you're going to discover a lot about your authentic self. This is where the treasure is, right? And it's coming. It's coming because, this blossoming abundance, and this oracle knows, waiting with her cup. Her cup is empty in here, but this is right next to blessing of abundance. It's just like an inner knowing that these things are coming down the pipeline to you. All right, let's get another oracle. Yeah, so potential, trying out your wings, budding talent, restlessness, air travel, upward progress. Definitely, this is definitely ascension journey. And to me, trying out your wings does remind me of that, what I was talking about, spatial awareness. It's almost like with these new abilities, with these things that you've discovered about yourself, these treasures, these skills, and it's like trying them on and using them. It's very exciting. It is a little bit of a novice type energy in that regard. Let's see. Service, thrive in community, similar goals, do your part, benefits for all, sweet life. Yeah. So it's like, what the message I'm getting from this is what you're bringing to the community, what you're offering in terms of service. And again, if your intention is authentic, things are just going to be raining back on you. Abundance is just going to be raining back on you. That's the message that's coming through. With that energy combined with Taurus, it's about having a practical plan as well, not based in the old energy. And you're going to see this. You're going to be aware of this, is the sense that I'm getting. That having a practical plan to go forward with whatever you're working on, but it's going to look different than what's ever been done before, because those old systems are failing. And it's going to be completely authentic and unique to you. And that's how you're going to know that's how you're going to know that is what is pure and genuine for what you have to offer and what you are doing your part in service for the community. Dimensions, exploring different worlds, many jobs and skills, spirit work, travel, worldly wealth. Yeah, exactly. So I definitely see multidimensional healer here. I see travel in the upcoming energy. Many new skills being uncovered, particularly from the spirit realm. I also see this as a wave being sent down from the higher densities about information. Or like next steps regarding your personal plan, practical plan for implementing those ideas or those messages or those skills into this density. Strike now, time-sensitive opportunity. Show up, follow up, bold plan. Start, expand, reach, cash in. So expand for sure. If there is an opportunity that you have been waiting on, Spirit is saying that you do have enough information to make a decision now. But really how I see this, the main energy I'm getting from this is showing up in a bold way, not holding your energy back. Really, expanding your auric field, letting all your energy out not hiding who you are. Like, let's say if you go in public places, not shrinking your energy, just really letting all your energy out, and that is what will be attracted back to you. Showing up in a bold way, not just energetically, but physically too. So integrity, right? So if you doing things that you say you're gonna do, or that even references simple things like that. Also, how I see these cards together is if there is a trip that you have been wanting to take, Spirit is saying this is a good time to get working on that, because it will actually expand your skill set and expand your spiritual work, seeing different parts of the world, etc. Spirit wants you to start working on this if there's places that you're being called to, because it has to do with like your upgrades and your energy work. All right, let's clarify with tarot for the collective. Yeah, so the World and Four of Wands. So again, this has to do with traveling to different lands, different places, but this also has to do with closing out cycles that are not based in harmony, or things that you don't want to be committed to. The message I'm also getting with this is the season changing in regard to a house. So I'm not what I'm trying to obtain more information is that, is it time to move? Is it time to sell a house? Is it time to purchase a house? So these are things, these are potential things that you could be going through at this moment. But based on what we were just talking about, Spirit's saying, yeah, it's a good time. So if you were waiting for that confirmation regarding that, but again, it could just have to do with traveling to a different land. Also, how I'm seeing that is there's going to be a wave of energy showing people in the collective important information from other dimensions, from other lifetimes, could be past, future, or just living in from simultaneous lifetimes, living in different realms. There's going to be important information being given to the collective through like visions or dreams, memories reoccurring. All right, what's this attachment, Spirit? Yeah, so holding on. Okay, this has to do with finances. So this is almost like I don't have enough, so I'm going to hold on to this just in case I'm attached to these things. I don't want them to leave me. So this is whatever that applies to. It could be, people, places, or things. This is really the energy that's being left behind, and it's nice seeing this here and knowing that this is what is happening in the collective. This is great. It's like holding on to things for security, to feel a sense of security, and now seeing that, oh, this was from a place of lack, or looking back on that saying, oh, I did this because this was coming from a place of lack or insecurity. process more and you're learning to let go, you want to let go. And you are. And these don't even have to be about other people. It definitely could be. But it's about yourself too, like aspects about yourself that are based in attachment and codependencies. Or even like self-limiting beliefs. I also see that here. Self-limiting beliefs. Like, no, I'm good with what I have. I'm going to cling to it so that I can't lose it. But then you can't gain anything either, right? So it's very limiting. Yeah, it's exhausting. It's mentally exhausting. You see that, how much mental energy you're wasting on that. And you're just like, no, I'm done with that. Yeah, you have the strength. You've tamed that beast. Some Leo energy coming through here. You've tamed that beast, you see, and you're just like, no, I'm done with that. I want to live in the present. And it's like recalling your energy that you were depleting from yourself. It's really calling that energy home to you now, and just having this comfort and knowing that you have what you need. And it's like a very loving feeling that you have replaced that with. And it's the feeling that I'm getting is it's empowering. Putting that cycle to close, it's like a very empowering feeling. What's this duality? There we go. The Empress. I was gonna say it's like Empress energy here, and I didn't, but that's what came out. Empress. Yeah. So again, Venus energy very strong. Having all that energy upgraded in your environment that you can feel, and integrating that and using that energy that's being upgraded in the 2D in your environment will actually help you navigate these shifty times in May. Yeah, because it's going to be some deep emotional stuff coming up with the eclipse and the full moon. It's going to be some pretty deep emotional stuff that you may not have seen, but it's to be released. So definite crown chakra upgrades coming through in the heart of the reading. I also see some beautiful star babies being born here. Very, very intuitive. As you can see, there is a crown on that baby in the on that fetus's head in utero. There in the center. There's going to be some incredibly gifted children being born in May who are already balanced from duality, is what this is saying. Also, what this is saying is relationships with, if you are a mother, or relationships with your children being improved, or your relationship with a mother figure being improved in the month of May. And these challenges that have occurred either with a mother figure or with children in your life have been so to help to balance, right? To help to balance the poles, to learn how to do that more effectively. But I just see more harmony in general in terms of like relationships with children or relationships with mother figures. Again, a main message I'm getting here is just this expansion of, or this like blossoming and expansion of harmony. That's just, I mean, this is the heart of the reading for May, and it's going to be in a big way. You see that? It's just going to be, it's going to be in a big way, and you're going to notice it. You're going to see it. And also, how I'm seeing this is that this energy is being birthed through the divine feminine. That was also what I was saying in the beginning. Remember this like expansion of divine, or this rise of divine feminine, noticeable rise of divine feminine energy coming through. That's also what this is saying. And we're birthing that harmony and beauty into this plane. That's really beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, so the Fool. So brand new energies coming in, flipping things on their head. You see that? Also with all the green, nature, Venus 2D energy, plants and animals. But also being reborn, that death and rebirth type energy too, within the new template, not pertaining to the old cycles that are crumbling, or the old templates that are crumbling. Sorry, the old systems that are crumbling. All right, let's keep going for the collective. Seven of Pentacles. So what have you been investing in your energy to? Things that you've been waiting for coming and being returned to you. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. So it's going from the 7 to the 10. Regarding your stability, regarding your finances, what you've been planting your seeds with coming to fruition and providing this foundation for you to build upon. What you've been waiting for, it's coming. That's definitely a repeated message here. And I also see this as being more present actually helps to, in the now, helps to increase this, but also for future generations as well, because I see the little shadow of the family beneath this man. So it's like emulating that energy will help future generations as well, because it's almost like you're being watched by people around you, right? Like they're looking up to you and they're watching you and your actions. And so don't, be playful and be here, right? It's like while you're building, you can have fun, you can remember to be present and engaging, and not let these heavy energies get to you too much, or having fun in the process of going through these heavy energies, I guess. But yeah, it's about, this message is about emulating that energy for others around you, and it's like it will spread and carry on through future generations. That's the impact that you're having this month. But also your investments that you've been waiting on being returned to you. All right, Spirit, let's keep going for the collective. Yeah, Justice. So balancing the scales, some Libra energy coming through. And this has to do with contracts. So this is clarifying the dimensions card about many jobs, exploring different worlds, skills, spirit work, travel, worldly, and wealth. So ending contracts related to wealth or jobs and creating new contracts. So being really flexible with these, remembering that it's for your highest good, even if you may not realize it in at this time. Try to see things from a higher perspective, from a higher dimension, right? There are beings in the higher dimensions that are working things out for you. Okay. This also could have to do with some legal stuff. But also how I see this is making a decision as well. So if there's something that you've been weighing back and forth regarding job or skill set or travel, Spirit's saying May is the time to make that decision, and the information that you've been waiting for is coming. And just a gentle reminder, yes, because we have 8 of Swords here on the bottom, not to be up in your head too much or overthinking about this decision, and remembering to come from this place, right? You found this place, so coming back to that. I also see this as breaking free from those overthinking patterns and how you're recognizing that from the past. That's also what this is telling me. Yeah, breaking free from holding yourself back, self-limiting beliefs, overthinking, patterns based in attachment, codependency, etc. Really breaking free from this, and it's like a conscious choice to do so. But also, if there's like decisions that you've been thinking about or that you have been procrastinating making, Spirit is saying it's time to decide to free yourself from this, because the information is coming and you actually do have enough information already to make a decision. And in May, you certainly will. Just remember to maintain in this authentic place, and your ability to emulate your authenticity to within your environment is also expanding. So let's just get some of these chakra cards here, just as a last little cherry on the top of this Oracle card Sunday. Okay, so root chakra, snowflake obsidian, safety. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. Yeah, definitely. So that certainly ties in with what we were talking about. Okay. Also, what this is connecting me to this card here, though, about safety. And so balancing the root chakra in a healthy way, not so that you're holding yourself back from things or holding on to things for a false sense of security, but really, so I see like root chakra clearing occurring as well. But having like a strong, healthy foundation based in an open and thriving root chakra rather than one that is cluttered or blocked. And throat chakra, lapis lazuli, expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. Exactly. Being your authentic self, being able to provide your skills and your skill set and what you bring uniquely to your community to be of service to others, right? Okay, so I hope that helps and you enjoyed the reading for May. I'm really looking forward to these energies. Just remember to stay centered and be authentic, and I will talk with you next time. Aloha and namaste.